Hey guys, what is up? Adam Palmer here. I want to get in this video a little bit deep about product catalog and my plan probably for the next 30 days before this thing really launches beyond beta and show you guys what my plan is, how I'm going to start to systematize a lot of my offerings and start to really push that, because I see that as really being like the next frontier beyond just trading time for money, which is something that I've been doing for years and happily doing it. But is it sustainable? I think that there's a way to systematize your stuff and make it more sustainable, more automated, and I'm going to get into that in this video. All right, guys, so like I was saying, I think product catalog that's being launched right now, currently under beta, is going to be, the next really big move on Upwork. And I'm going to be spending a lot of time really refining this. I've already spent a lot of time kind of building this in the first phase, but I can get much better, I think. So I'm gonna really start to break down specific tasks that I've done over the years. So what I'm gonna do first is really get in, review, what were my 80-20 gigs that I was doing for most of my clients. So the ones that I've set up currently already typically revolve around more of the consulting stuff. So a lot of times for me, one of the most, I'd say, widely, what I do most for my projects, especially starting off, is create a strategy. So people, blueprint, so clients know what they're doing when they start their marketing initiatives or promotions and things like that. So usually they ask me to do some type of review stage and create a mind map, and that's what I usually do for them. And if you've seen my other videos, I make this mind map where it basically outlines your different traffic on one side, so where you're getting the different sources of clicks, whether that's like Facebook or Wikipedia or something organic like that. So it really could spread out. So we list all that stuff, and whether it's going to be like paid click or affiliate partnerships or whatever, and then it's being pushed to the other side, and that's more of like the content side. That could be your web page, your different assets, your digital assets that you have. This could be maybe in the organic side too. It could be like blog posts and articles and things like that, and then below it, it's your websites and different funnels that you have set up for your company. And then also I list out the different technology that we're probably going to use to build a lot of this stuff, or this is technology that they already have in place that we should get familiar with, and that type of thing. So we just basically do a full digital inventory of everything going on, so we're aware of everything. It's something that's required for any project moving forward. And kind of looking at the way these product catalogs are set up, what you typically want to do, especially when you're looking at things in digital marketing and automation, is how to build that funnel, how to get in at a low offer and maybe build that up over time as the trust is built and as people start to see a return on their investment and that type of thing. We talked about how important that is in the past. Now, so what I'm going to do, because it's again important for how I start all my contracts, is get that strategy. So I already launched this one, and you can check it out. I'm going to put the video while I'm going through this, but it's mostly, like I said, the mind map, but I'm also going to do a funnel simulation so they can actually see the way their particular pieces of their sales funnel are going to operate, and this is going to be, I think, really awesome for them to see. So in terms of how I'm setting up my product catalog, it's going to be trying to do more automated things that I could do quickly, so I can stack these one on top of another without getting too kind of in the weeds, with my typical consultation. So, I'm charging a premium for my time still, and if people want to go that route, they can. But what I want to do is, have a really clear entryway for getting the product catalog, whether it's the mind map or the strategy, get that worked out for them so that at least they can hang on to something, and then transition them if they want to, maybe into consulting. But I think that allows me to not be so much involved with the early on sales process, but they can just buy the product right off the bat. And I think that they will, because it's not that crazy of a commitment, right off the bat. And I can make it cheaper for now because I'm probably not going to be spending as much of my own time, during the initial process. Like I can, what they have, and this is really cool, and we'll go through this more, is that they have like these different steps. So when the product's purchased, they know exactly what to do. I will be in an automated way asking them to say, send me all of your files and things like that. Send me all your URLs that you like, and all the things that I would typically need to tell them on the phone or chat it out through the messenger. But now it's all just laid out in a step process. And so that's one of the things I'm going to get more and more dialed in with, because it's going to be crucial. When we're talking, again, digital marketing, it's always great for people to know, what's behind the door, what's the next step. Like, people love to see that, because it gives them some security and allows them to be like, okay, are we on track? Are we off track? Is this worth it? Is this not worth it? And by lining up those steps, it's really great. So, in the past, I've been so against like not doing anything not hourly, but when you can really refine your process and again, systematize everything, so there's no guesswork, there's no suspension of time where you're getting screwed because your opportunity cost of like working with another project is there, right? And this allows this whole process to really go automated. So again, I'm gonna work this into my current strategy. Now, a lot of people do content and things like that when they're looking at product catalogs and the typical things that you would find on Fiverr. And if you're in that realm and doing that stuff, then again, I would start to think about what is the most, the widely sold product that you have, and then, go put that on there first, and then lay out the process very coherently. And of course, use great photography and things like that with the thumbnails. I'm outsourcing this. I'm just having someone just make me thumbnails for all my offerings, and the more the merrier, I think. Again, with everything, I find that it is the more the merrier, because it helps with search, it helps with people understanding any issues. There's also a FAQ on here, FAQ, that will allow you to answer any questions that you've had in the past, specifically. So this is a great way of, I'm going to list every question I've ever received in my life, because all these things are called objection handling. So if someone else is, and if you've ever been in class and the teacher's like, any questions, and you've been a little shy to raise your hand, but someone asks that question and you're like, oh, that was a great question, and I'm glad I heard that answer. That's what these are, because people don't know what they may not even know what to ask. So again, this is another data point where you can go through more and more information, and that's gonna handle their objection, and they're not going to need to even think about that question anymore, because it's already been addressed. And so spend some time on the FAQ, and then there's a couple other things. Obviously, the description. Again, I would maximize the length here. I would get as descriptive as possible. Keyword search is the name of the game here, guys. So if they're searching these products, you want to have more and more words pop up, because this is going to to show the algorithm that you're concentrating on this versus others. So that's why I think I haven't reached my limitation in products yet, and I'm like, I have all of these other drafts almost ready to go, and I have not been alerted that, oh, you've reached like your capacity. So specifically, you want to get as granular as possible. If you are making logos, like say specific types of logos, if you are doing, or I should say, if you're doing design, like make it specific about logos, or make it specific about like a banner ad or blah, 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 like, but get as specific as possible, thumbnails, right? And things like that. And that's gonna help with the search, and that's what you really need to focus on. So make sure you spend some time with it. I'm really excited to see how this thing pans out, because this is gonna be a huge arm. I think it's gonna lead right into, it's like the whole relationship is gonna be, there's gonna be none of that tire kicking bullshit in the beginning where, right, like you're spending all this time trying to get the client, win the client, when now you're just gonna get an order sent through. You have the power now to like say like, oh, I don't want that project, or yeah, take it on, and the ball's in your court. So really, guys, spend some time on this, and I will update this video or this page with whatever else I find out. I'm sure they're gonna change a lot of stuff because it's just in beta and they're learning just like we are. So yeah, just keep a heads up. Subscribe to the channel, please. Smash the like if you dug this video, because I'm just getting started here. And yeah, I'm happy to provide any information that I get. So thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.